Rihanna, Savage, and Fenty fans drag Victoria's Secret.
And Shane Dawson gives new content updates and Twitter reacts.
And there's been some hard times for BTS.
All that and more on today's Daily Hollywood Rundown.
What is up, you guys? Welcome to Wednesday's episode of the Daily Hollywood Rundown. I'm Susan Morad.
And you guys know me. I call myself the grandmother of DHR.
Of Durr. You don't look anything like my grandmother, Erin. Especially with that gorgeous hair. Hello.
Thanks, girl. If you guys are new here and you don't know that I'm the grandmother, then you need to subscribe to this channel. There's a button down there, and there's DHR videos that will just take you into eternity. Also, comment in the comments because we are going to be commenting when the video goes up. We are reading your comments and we see you, so chat with us down below.
Yes, we've got so much great news to get into today.
Oh yeah, I guess I'm doing it first, right?
Yeah, we've got a Kim Kardashian story for you guys.
Yeah, on her Skims. So by now you've probably heard that Kim Kardashian West launched a shapewear line called Skims. Yes, this is the same collection that was originally going to be called Kimono, but after so much public backlash over the cultural insensitivity of the name, she ended up changing it. So it looks like Kim still has that magic Kardashian touch because according to TMZ, her Skims solution wear brought in millions of dollars in only minutes after going on sale. More specifically, they reported that Kim, quote, pushed $2 million in product within the first few minutes after the launch, and almost the entire collection is sold out. TMZ sources also say these first day numbers are, quote, unprecedented for shapewear and undergarment brands. So just for comparison, Spanx made $4 million in profits in their first year, while Skims made half that in just a few seconds. But to be fair, to a regular brand like Spanx, Skims has the massive advantage of being marketed, of course, and being created by Kim, who has a built-in brand audience already, and she's one of the biggest influencers on the internet. So it's kind of not fair. Like, hello, this hilarious Instagram post Kim shared to promote her new line has around 6 million views in just a couple of days. But Kim isn't just using herself to promote her new brand. Her sisters Khloe, Kourtney, Kendall, and Kylie are also all promoting Skims, and we know that Kardashian influence runs very deep, everyone. Kim also turned to Alice Marie Johnson, who Kim helped free from a life sentence in prison, to help launch her new shapewear. Skims had thousands of items for sale at launch, and lucky for the consumer, nothing was priced higher than $100. But with so many items already being sold out, apparently Kim and her team are already working to restock products ASAP. And they want to make sure this collection is available all the time, and I personally think this is so cool. I love that she has such a variety of shades because this came from a need from her own experience, feeling like there aren't enough shades out there. So I think this is really neat. Good for her.
Yeah, good for her. And I feel like Kim was one of the first people that used to talk about Spanx, like, you know, with Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
Oh, yeah.
She was always talking about her Spanx and wearing 2 pairs of Spanx. So I think it's like, it really makes sense for her to launch this. I'm not surprised it's done so well, and I'm glad she changed the name because I think if she kept it, I don't think the launch would have been as successful. So yeah.
I do think that Spanx and Skims
sounds similar-ish.
I'm like, so I read this and I was like, ooh, I couldn't tell which one was which in my brain, you know? So it's gonna take some getting used to.
All right, so it's New York Fashion Week at the moment, and I mean, I've been loving all the updates on social media, and last night, our girl Rihanna had her Savage and Fenty show, which absolutely blew everyone away. And while everyone was praising Riri, a lot of people couldn't help but mention Victoria's Secret. Rihanna's show for lingerie collection Savage and Fenty raised the roof at Brooklyn's Barclays Center on Tuesday night, but we're gonna have to wait till September 20 when the show will actually be broadcast on Amazon Prime to see it. There was also no teasers allowed, with guests asked not to take pictures of the show or post on social media. So it's definitely gonna be worth the wait because it included performances by Halsey, Migos, DJ Khaled, Big Sean, A$AP Ferg, and many more. Rihanna opened the show and had appearances from models and stars also walking the show, including Bella and Gigi Hadid, Cara Delevingne, Alec Wex, Slick Woods, Joan Smalls, Laverne Cox, and our fave, Normani. Normani shared this hot teaser to Instagram saying, "Wow, this was legit one of the most memorable nights of my entire existence. Thank you to the queen herself, Rihanna, for allowing me to be part of history." Halsey also shared to Instagram thanking Riri for having her as part of the show, saying, Y'all are not ready. Also, Casey Musgraves, Hailey Steinfeld, Ashley Graham, Paris Hilton, Kalani, Chanel Iman, G-Eazy, that's right, he was actually there, and Halsey at the same event, were also just some of the other celebs that were there. And while fans and celebs alike were praising Rihanna on such an epic show with posts like, "The Savage and Fenty show tonight, a splendid celebration of human form, sexuality, and all women, it made me feel more confident about my own body and the journey of the female spirit." Well done, Rihanna. And congrats, Rihanna. Your fashion show will go down as one of the most iconic presentations of history. Proud of you. It seems a lot of fans couldn't help but draw comparisons between Rihanna's brand and inclusive show, which featured a diverse group of women in their underwear made for different shapes, sizes, and skin tones, to Victoria's Secret, who got dragged by fans in the process. Like this person who tweeted, "Rihanna's Savage and Fenty show is basically what Victoria's Secret should be doing if they weren't so misogynistic, fatphobic, and sexist AF. LMAO, Rihanna is winning and being praised while their stores are being closed and their TV show is cancelled." This gif saying the Victoria's Secret fashion show right now also ended the Victoria's Secret fashion show with its inclusivity and better designs, as well as by predictable, boring, traditional vs enforcing negative, archaic societal values on body image. And apparently it's already available on Amazon Prime, or on Amazon, which I can't wait. The show, I mean, we haven't seen the show yet. We got to see the celebrities on the carpet and little snippets, and I cannot wait till the 20th of September to see this, because I am all here for Rihanna just taking over the world, basically.
I love that we're talking so much about undergarments today on the show.
Oh my God, we are, yeah.
Like, I'm actually very into cute undergarments recently in my personal life, so I'm just feeling like this is all meant to be in the universe.
You're inspired to go shopping. I'm kind of inspired too.
I just want to be like in lingerie every day, all the time. I don't know if anybody else wants that.
I was like, maybe not in DHR, but okay.
All right, BTS fans, we have some news for you. Actually, some good news and some emotional news. The boys might be performing pretty soon.
That's right, maybe in October, but we've got some sort of emotional news to share with you. I'm sure by now a lot of you have seen BTS's documentary that was in theaters this summer called Bring the Soul, the movie, and now we're getting even more behind the scenes content from BTS in their Bring the Soul docu-series. Episode 3 is particularly heart-wrenching, you guys, so Jimin tells a story about BTS's hard times during a dinner with Jungkook. While the episode did spotlight Jimin and Jungkook's friendship, in one scene, Jimin and Jungkook have dinner together and Jimin gets emotional talking about the BTS members and their hard times. Jimin revealed that he once cried when talking about his bandmates, and Jungkook teased him by saying, quote, "Why? Why'd you cry? You like us so much?" But that's when things took a more serious turn. Jimin said, quote, "Not because I like you guys so much, but because you guys were all going through hard times. I was too. Everyone was telling me not to think too much into it, but in my opinion, we are a team and we'll be together in the future, so how can I not care?" But for real, Jimin's story just continued to prove what we already knew, that the boys of BTS aren't just friends, they're family to each other. Things lightened up from there and Jimin found a way to bring some positivity into this challenging topic. And all this BTS love has us wondering, when is the hiatus going to be over? Though there's no official word on when it will end, some fans are speculating that it could be as soon as October, as Korean Daily reported that BTS is scheduled to perform at the opening of the 100th Korean National Sports Championship on October 4. But even if they do end up performing again soon, one BTS member is likely to take an even more extended break. Jin, who is the oldest member of BTS, will most likely have to serve in the South Korean military sometime in 2020, which means he'll have to take even more time off from BTS. There are exemptions for some people like athletes, but K-pop groups are historically not exempt. While it seemed like there may have been hope of an exemption for Jin, it looks like he'll have to go on and sign up since he's already delayed his duty for as long as he can. I can't wait for the boys to be back.
I feel like they have to be working on new music though, right?
Yeah, I think so. And taking a break, resting hopefully as well, because they've been working so hard. But
Yeah.
I feel like you're right.
But I feel like they have been working so hard for so long, I think it's probably hard for them to stop working all together.
I agree, and I feel like they must, they obviously enjoy writing music, and I feel like, I just can't wait for when that return happens, because it's gonna be huge.
Well, 2020 is just right around the corner. So last night I was scrolling through Twitter and I couldn't help but notice fans of Shane Dawson freaking out because he was teasing some new content that's coming our way, and really just teasing some BTS of what it's like to edit a Shane Dawson series. Last night, Shane was trending, and if you're like us, you probably headed straight to the hashtag thinking, oh my gosh, what's going on with Shane Dawson? And did he drop some new content? Well, it seems like there are a lot of people on Twitter wondering the exact same thing. So I gotta break this down, but to be honest, this tweet does kind of break it down perfectly, saying, I'm confused when the name Shane is trending and thought about Shane Dawson, and I looked into it, and it was a different person. That is right, Shane was trending because of Shane Simpson and Tuesday's episodes of The Real Housewives of Orange County, and it seems like a lot of fans were just as worried for Shane Dawson and also very confused. Like this person who tweeted, saw Shane trending on Twitter and I thought it was about Shane Dawson. Thank God it isn't anything related to him. And this person who said, not our Shane, but I still feel panicked. And also this person who tweeted, seeing Shane trending on Twitter, but it isn't Shane Dawson. There was a lot more where that came from, but although it wasn't the reason why Shane was actually trending, Shane did give us an update on the timing of when his highly anticipated new series is going to be dropping, kind of. In response to this fan on Twitter who said, I really need new Shane Dawson content, he replied with a simple soon with a cry face and those high five hands, or those praying hands, we're not really sure, and a heart emoji. I also saw online, I think it was on his Insta stories. He was showing all the behind the scenes of what it's like to edit a Shane Dawson series, and I thought it was really funny coming from, I edit as well, and you always think like you're isolated, it makes you a little crazy, you chew all of your fingernails off. Like, he was like, I bring up my handbag full of drinks and I set it up next to my computer, and I was like, this is so relatable, and I also feel more connected to the series now already.
Yeah, no, absolutely, and I love the fact that we learned that he likes to now wear lip gloss and wipe it off on his shirt. When Shane started talking on Insta stories, I saw all like this stuff on his shirt, didn't know what it was, and then he showed us that he now likes to put on lip gloss and then wipes it off while he's editing. And
it's like a fun extracurricular activity when you get bored with the cut.
Yeah, there you go.
So as excited as we were about all of this new content from Shane Dawson, fans were even more excited. Someone wrote, how soon is soon? And then someone else posted this GIF, which was basically all of us. There was a lot of people referring to Green Day's Please Wake Me Up When September Ends, which is very clever, which by the way is a nod to something that Shane previously played in his Insta stories as a hint not long ago. And we also know from his Rumor Patrol Celeb Takeover with Emil that it has to be before October. I mean, Shane said it best himself.
Wait for you guys to see the series. Just know a lot of hard work and insanity went into it.
Mark your calendars for like sometime vague. Pencil it in September, pick a date and see if you win the lottery.
Yeah. All right, you know what time it is, Erin?
I do. I'm not as good at the final rundown as you guys are, so I think I know what I'm about to do.
It's time for the final.
Oh, that's right. I always forget this part.
Rundown. See, you were great.
I'm getting there. I'm learning.
You're learning. Okay, 1.5 minutes on the clock. I'm not that great at this part either because Emil normally does the clock part, but 1.5 minutes on the clock, kicking off now.
Okay, so in an interesting turn of events, Amanda Bynes is back in the news. So Amanda has returned to Instagram. It's been a while since we've heard from her. She's been on a hiatus from social media, and yesterday she tweeted out that she'd returned to Instagram with her Insta handle. In her post, she shows of her new pink hair as well as a snap from her graduation, which is the last event she had to share to Twitter back in June. And I just have to say, welcome back, girl.
Yes, welcome back, Amanda. But some sad news and details have been revealed today on the death of Louis Tomlinson's sister. 6 months after the sudden passing of his sister, Felicity Tomlinson, her cause of death has been revealed. According to BBC, a coroner confirmed that the star's 18-year-old sister was killed by a fatal combination of drugs. She was found unresponsive on March 13th inside her London apartment earlier this year, and the coroner described the combination of drugs that killed her as the perfect storm. We're sending love to her family and friends.
Okay, gonna switch gears one last time here. Happy birthday, Namjoon. Happy birthday, Namjoon was actually trending on Twitter. So he turns 25 today, and fans all over the world have been sharing all of their birthday wishes. I nailed that.
You
I'm
nailed
just
it right
gonna
on
say,
time. Put it
feeling
there.
good.
Yes.
That sound is actually very satisfying,
Isn't
oddly.
it? Yeah.
I like
Oddly it's like those things on Instagram, oddly satisfying.
It's still going. I mean, it's satisfying, but like not
Stop.
that satisfying. All right, you guys, I have to know about what you think about Kim Kardashian's new undergarment line. Are you excited to like buy it and own it yourself?
Yeah, I actually am. I actually want to
Same.
try it because I've used Spanx and I'm quite a fan, but I'm definitely wanting to try Skims. But I want to know, what are your thoughts on Shane Dawson's new content coming soon? Do you have any theories on when you think it might drop or what you think it's about? Obviously, we have a few clues, but yeah, get talking in the comment section.
All right, you guys, that is it for today's Dur. We'll see you back here
Tomorrow.
mañana.
But hold on, before you go anywhere, you guys catch up on yesterday's DHR. It's right here and it's a juicy one.
Right there, and also there's a button down there. It says subscribe. All you have to do is hover over and click it, and then hit the bell. So 2 things, but it's easy.